What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Policy Plug. This is the space where we humanize the people who influence policy and bring the policy to the people. We're going to get right into it because we are in day 4 of the Democratic National Convention. Tonight is the night when Vice President Kamala Harris accepts the nomination. We're going to hear her vision that she articulates for the America as she makes the case on why she should be the next president of the United States. But as always, we're committed to bringing you the best and the brightest of our guests that are here. And this time, I'm excited to have none other than Congressman from Louisiana, Troy Carter. Welcome.
Thank you very much, man. I'm excited to be here, excited to feel this massive energy in the air, the winds of change, the opportunity of democracy, all in under one roof, man. Excited.
Absolutely. And, here in the Policy Plug, we always try to help people feel like they belong in these policy spaces. One of the things I admire about you, you're very down to earth. Often when we have these congressional members, it can sometimes feel like there's this stuffiness and can I approach them? But you've always been down to earth and kind of feel like people can approach you and you have real conversations with real people. So talk to me about just generally, as we're here at the Democratic National Convention, what has it been like and felt like?
Well, I'll tell you, first of all, thank you, man. You're one of those great advocates that keep your clients and your people out front. And that means a lot because we want to make sure that we uplift you as an advocate for the community, as business interests, and to bring it to the people. So as members of Congress, we're here at the discretion of the people. Those of us who have power, we're blessed to have it. So you use it accordingly.
Yeah.
And this week has been a time to talk about hope, to talk about joy, to talk about the preservation of our democracy as we know it, to stand behind a woman that has been tested over and over again as the district attorney in California, to the Attorney General in California, to a United States Senator in California, now Vice President of the United States of America, and tonight will accept the nomination to be President of the United States of America, not because anything other than she's ready.
Yeah.
She's prepared. She's done the tough job. She stood up for the American people, and now she will collect the crown that will allow her to go even further in representing the people of America. She's demonstrated with her good work. If you look at the incredible work that's been done by the Biden-Harris administration, remember, one half of that is Harris.
Yes.
So when we look at $1.2 trillion in infrastructure, the largest infusion of capital dollars for our country since the creation of the interstate. Now let that sink in. CHIPS and Science Act, leaning forward to do more work with our ingenuity, with men and women of America to build semiconductors. Let that sink in. $35 for insulin for our senior citizens instead of $400. Let that sink in. We talk about creating safe places for individuals, making sure that our young people and our people are able to live the lives that they choose to live, that they are living, to love who they want to live, to marry who they want to marry, to enjoy the life that they want to enjoy. Let that sink in. We talk about $16 billion for HBCUs. Let that sink in. We talk about creating opportunities for people to live in communities that are safe and free of toxins. The largest amount of money through the Inflation Reduction Act to protect communities from harmful toxins and climate change. Let that sink in. These are not things we're talking about she's going to do. These are things she's participated in doing. And so now tonight, we pass the baton. President Joe Biden, one of the best presidents we've ever had, will pass the baton on to Kamala Harris to be our next president. The 47th president of the United States of America will, in fact, be an African-American Indian woman that will stand firm to fight for all people, that will protect our democracy, and will promise us that we will have a more perfect union.
Absolutely. And she's a CBC member, former
She's
CBC.
No such thing as former.
Oh, true.
Once a Congressional Black Caucus member.
Always
a Congressional Black Caucus member. She is a proud member of the CBC. She has demonstrated it, not just in word, but also in deed. And you will see that. She's a proud member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, pink and green all the way. She is a graduate of an HBCU, HU, Howard University. My son is a senior at Howard University. And we will see that she has a big tent, a tent that is inclusive of all people. And if you look at the convention center and you look around the arena, it looks like America. It looks like America should look. Every single body represents different people, you may pray different, you may look different, you may love different, but we're all Americans.
Yeah.
And that's what this election is about, and that's what democracy should be.
Yeah.
Protecting democracy. When the other person on the other side of this contest says, if I'm elected, you will never have to vote again. That should make anyone cringe. Republicans or Democrats should cringe at the thought that we can have our democracy overnight turn into a dictatorship. Not on our watch. Do something, as the vice president said, do something. You know what that something is? Go vote.
That's right. This is my last question for you because you've been very generous with your time as you're busy. On the policy side, so we know we're looking at the Voting Rights Advancement Act. We know that there's been the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. We know that people have been looking at the Freedom to Vote Act, right? These critical things that when we say we want Congress to do something, that's what, it seems that people are having appetite for. The Congressional Black Caucus, of which you're the vice chair, right, and in leadership under Stephen Horsford from Nevada, those bills have been uplifted primarily by the CBC. So as we head, if in the 119th Congress, the Democrats win back the House, and you're now in the majority.
And we have Akeem Jeffries
as
our Speaker of the House.
As the Speaker. What is an issue that you want to see personally go across the finish line?
Listen, I can go on and on, but I will start with making sure that we have the John Roberts Voting Rights Act, that African Americans will have emblazoned in the Constitution our right to vote, that will be unpenetrable, that no one can ever have us in a position where we have to discuss, debate, or vote on it again. Second to that is making sure that we have the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, that young black men and women are no longer have to be fearful of a rogue police officer who may pull you over and violate your rights simply because of the color of your skin. We should never, ever have that happen in America. Far too many young black and women are forced to live a life of fear because of some, and I underscore some, bad police officers. And next, we have to make sure that we ratify and make sure that Roe v. Wade is the law of the land and women will have the right to do what they want with their bodies. And no man, no government should tell a woman what she can do with her body.
Yeah.
These are issues that we have to fight for. We have to fight to make sure that environmental justice is real and that people are able to live side by side with industry and communities, but only when communities are made whole, safe, healthy, and economically sound can industry really enjoy its place.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time,
God bless you,
Congressman.
brother. There's a lot of work to be done, and I will tell you out there, stay motivated, stay hungry, do something, and vote.
And so listen, you've seen it here. Here is a member of Congress who has proven, again, he's accessible, right? So this means that this space is for you. You are enough. You should find the way that works best for you to influence the policy space. With that, this is another episode of The Policy Plug. This is the space where we humanize the people who influence policy and bring the policy to the people.